In 2021, the U.S. Coast Guard rescued an Alaskan miner after they spotted him waving his arms in the air and they saw the distress sign written on his roof. He had been attacked by a grizzly bear, which had returned every night for a week straight before the man was saved. Coast Guard Lieutenant Commander Jared Carbajal had just changed course to avoid some clouds when he saw it. Isolated in the Alaskan wilderness was a man waving his arms, with SOS and "Help Me" written on the roof. Injured and sleep deprived, the man was near death and had only 2 rounds left in his revolver. Why he wouldn't have extra ammunition is beyond me. "We don't really come across people in the middle of nowhere," said Lieutenant Junior Grade A.J. Hammock, who co-piloted the helicopter that day. He was kind of struggling when we came around. He was on his hands and knees waving a white flag. He definitely looked like he's been out there for a while. The man was identified as Richard Jessee. He had been staying in the shack since July 12th when the bear attacked him, throwing him off his ATV and dragging him to a nearby river where he lost his cell phone. "The bear came out of nowhere," he told the Gnome Nugget. "It rolled my bike and the trailer over like it was a toy car. I was in shock and hyperthermic." Jessee managed to fire a shot from the revolver to scare the bear away before running into his cabin for protection. But the bear continued to attack for days. He goes on to say, "There was no doubt about it. The bear was trying to get into my cabin. I don't know why it was so aggressive. Maybe it had cubs nearby." Some 40 miles outside of Nome, Jessee was stranded without his vehicle or a way to call for help. But he managed to write the SOS on top of his shack, and when he heard the helicopter, he began waving. When rescuers arrived, they noted the door had been ripped off. Jessee hadn't slept in days. Perhaps most disturbing is that the rescue nearly didn't happen at all. Carbajal and his crew had been ordered to travel from a remote base to Nome to fly a team of scientists along the coastline to look for dead whales and walruses the following day. To avoid bad weather, the 37-year-old pilot rerouted about a mile off course. Talk about luck. Remember, if it's more interesting, you can find it here. Thanks, guys.